I'm not supposed to be retiring right now. I'm about to celebrate my 27th anniversary. So, and I knew my husband for 3 years before we got married. So I've been with this man for 30 years. 30 years. We've had ups and downs, as if you've ever been married for a long time, you know that no marriage is perfect and some years are better than others. It just keeps getting better because it's now a different kind of love. Also, if you've been married for a long time and you actually like your partner, you also know that it's like different. It's just you grow differently. And my husband and I, being in our 20s when we got married, we grew up together. There's so much context here. Oh my gosh, I'm such an over explainer. I can't get away from that. That's just who I am. But let's just cut it short and say that I used to work, bring in a lot more money than I do now. And I've been kind of struggling with perimenopause, identity issues. I'm tired of over explaining, people pleasing, saying yes to everybody, like, and nurturing everybody. And I'm always last. So when I turned 50, some switch came on and I was like, I'm done with that. I'm so done with that. I've taken care of my girls. They're like good human beings now. And I've worked my first job was at 15, I think, it was a Subway. I was a sandwich artist. And I've been working. I've had a business. I've made money. I've mothered. I've kept up with my home. I've done the things, right? And recently I had my cleaning business wasn't doing so well. And I'm just kind of over it. And my husband said, what if like, baby, he said something, went to church and he was like, baby, I've retired you at 50. He didn't know that because then we went into like church service and we're like, and I was thinking, retired me at 50? Like I'm retired? That term was a little, like I said, complex. It kind of felt really cool. Like, oh, you want to say, I've got your back. I think that's what my husband was trying to say. Like, I've got your back. I got you. Like, I got us. I've got the family. He has also built a career and, well earned. He's really done well in his job. We've both done a great job at a lot of things. We've had challenges in a lot of things, but he was trying to say like we made it to where we could survive on my income alone and you don't have to worry about working. That sounds glorious, but also very complex. If you've ever had attachment to like identity from an external thing, like if your job gives you identity or like if you validation, right? Like you're worthy because you work or you bring in money and you're not as worthy if you don't work and you don't bring in as much money. So I don't know who is going to click on this video and who it's really going to call into, if it's going to be people that are already retired. And like I said, we should change the term because that's not cool. But if you're like 65 plus and you are of retirement age and you kind of having a struggle with like, okay, now what? Or if it's also people who are empty nesters who have shifted from their normal roles, or if it's going to be, I don't know who's going to be attracted to this type of video, but I'm speaking out and I'm making videos like this for two reasons. One is like I'm very uncomfortable doing that and this is a challenge for me. I also like have this ridiculous dream about growing my YouTube channel. By the way, I'm definitely being me because I'm not scripted and I'm rambling, which is my normal. This is normally how I talk. I ramble. Dang cat. Hold on. I briefly watched that segment just so that I could come back to it. And I'm like thinking, whoa. Okay, so I do have a little bit of ADHD tendencies. I am undiagnosed, but like 4 people in my family have been diagnosed with ADHD. So it's very likely that I also have that. When I normally put videos together, I have to, before I've had to script, I've had to stay to the script. Otherwise, it goes kind of like this. I've been trying to figure out why my home has been such an important part of my healing process. Like, for example, when my brother died, I really leaned into the garden. That was many, many years ago. He died, I don't know, I think it's been over almost 11 years. And I went outside in the garden, and that's how I kind of got through it. And then it was other home projects, and there was always like this obsession with curating my home and making my home look better and transforming it one project at a time. That has been so empowering and so healing for me, and that's one of the reasons that I love this channel. I can see the growth that I've been making throughout the years and the projects that I've created with much love, and it's just beautiful to observe. My home has been my through line. It really has helped me to be grounded a lot of times when I'm not feeling well. My home is the constant. And I was always trying to figure out why projects were so exciting for me, but it's like one way to really go through an entire creative process from beginning to end, see a transformation, have an expression of creativity in your own home. Sometimes it's free, sometimes it's expensive. Some of my ideas are not cheap, but basically, like, I've not needed a bigger canvas than my own home. Whenever I'm feeling sad or I'm not doing well, or I need to think things through, like maybe what I'm talking about, retirement right now, my home has been that sanctuary, that safe place. I've made a lot of videos about how to, back in the day when YouTube started, that's how it was. Oops. It was all about, teaching things, and how to's were popular. But things are shifting, and I'm kind of excited because I kind of feel like YouTube is going back to how it used to be when I fell in love with YouTube. And that's exciting for me. When I would watch creators be real, honest, and themselves, and you got to see their lives and you felt connected. I lost myself and my love for homemaking, for home projects, for DIYs, for, it's kind of like meditating through putting up a curtain or painting a wall, painting a piece of furniture. That was kind of my moment with God. And through learning YouTube and what gurus were telling you to do, I lost that. And I'm so excited that the right timing is here and I'm coming back to it, really just being me and sharing with people what I've always loved to share. As I'm making this video, I realized that it would be nice if I did another project to upgrade this room. It's so mishmashed and just not what I want it to be. But oh, and here are some long johns because I just got back from a drive from Colorado to Indianapolis to help my brother move. And that was a little bit crazy, if you know that this year the weather was a little cuckoo. It started snowing. I have to say the quality time that I spent with my brother was so worth it, even though I can't stand the snow. It looks really pretty on camera, but it's not when you're in it. And those temperatures were so freaking cold. And those skies were so gray, and that snow just never moved. I have a way of overcomplicating everything, and this retirement stage, whether it was at 65 or 50 or whatever, feels so complicated. Maybe I'm overcomplicating this as well. I still care what people think. Like, if I were to publicly say, somebody say, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm retired. Like, they're going to be like, how old are you? But what a silly thing, because the fact that I got to spend time with my brother, fly to Colorado, help him out, drive all the way to Indiana, spend quality time with both of my brothers, and, come back to tell the story, isn't that so privileged already? Like, why would I even want to complain or feel inadequate about the life I have? I should be completely grateful. And I think that a lot of us feel weird about things like that. I bet I'm not the only one. Well, I do have a question to ask you. If you have hung out this far, obviously something's resonating with you. I would love to hear what's your take on this. Where are you on your journey? What has been exciting for you, troubling for you, hard for you, whatever? Share with me so that you can enlighten me about, at least help me feel like I'm not the only one thinking these things, and let me know. I'd love to hear it. If you are in this season of your life and you are confused like I am, I mean, I don't have any answers. I'm not offering that. I am not about to teach you anything. And but I would like to hang out. I think it's also nice, as disconnected as we are online, to like post stuff that unites us in some kind of way and doesn't make us feel as lonely in our thoughts and our overthinking or wherever you are in your journey. At the end of the day, I do go back to thinking that life is bigger than this. Life is bigger than my little crazy thoughts about one specific subject. And, if you step out of the, like into the bigger scheme of things, it's just our life experience. We're not going to be here forever, and we got to make it count. So every single moment that I feel joy, every single moment that I am learning, improving, loving, sharing, caring, is worth it. And I guess with that, I'm going to just go ahead and say we'll leave our chit chats to another time. Oh, and thanks for hanging out with me with my crazy hair. I realized, maybe I could have like dressed up or done a little bit better with my makeup or whatever, but you know what? I'm done performing. This is a new season of being me and being. Thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you soon.